Please hey my people, it's your boy Jason out here, fam. Welcome back to the Banner Show, man. Come on, man, the greatest channel ever to grace the earth, man. I am back, my people, man. And in this video, we will be talking about, obviously, the most awaited Arsenal Amazon Prime series, you know, all or nothing. We can just say nothing, mate, because nothing really happened. Spoiler alert, woo! And also, yeah, man, obviously, episode 1, obviously, says new beginning, B. So, obviously, it's all about, so briefly, when I come into context, yeah, so I'm going to do like a Amazon Prime episode reaction as well. And for each and every episode, I'll be uploading it to my channel. And I hope you really enjoy it. I just want to hit a thumbs. Yeah, flip it. My speech is not here at the moment, but yeah. Anyways, man, getting into the nitty gritty. Obviously, it was episode 1. I just finished watching episode 1, and I'm just gonna react to it. And all I'm saying, this is very interesting. Actually, going behind the scenes, they revealed a lot, but not much of the nitty gritty, like, if you know what I mean. So what I'm gonna say, like, obviously, yeah. So obviously this episode is all about Bukayo, Saka, Arteta, as well as the new recruits like Odegaard, Ramsdale, who else, and also like the first 3 games of the season, how badly we have started as well. So let's get it started. So Mikel Arteta coming into the season, actually, but getting both back-to-back 8th place finishes as well, heading into pre-season as well, and summer transfer signings as well, and he basically talks about how he wants to build this club, and you know, and reflecting on last season as well. He was saying how it's not good enough, fairly right so. It's also action that actually speaks louder than words, but there was a lot of talks there, but there's no action, man. But yeah, and then Josh Kronke was coming from the USA, actually, from his dad, and basically, and there was a protest that was going outside during the Super League in April 2021, where fans were outside the stadium basically protesting, Kronke out, Josh Kronke out, get out of my club, mate. Yeah, it was just like that, and then basically Josh was basically reflecting on. Basically, it was reflecting on how it all went. So obviously, they basically take over. The Kroenke's basically taken over the club, like in 2018, and yeah. So it was like they were saying there's going to be like rocks on the road, it's going to be like bumps on the road and stuff like that, but that wasn't convincing for me, because the signings that we have made so far on that window, actually, Sambi Lokonga, Odegaard, who else did we sign, actually? Ramsdale, Tomiyasu. Of those kind of signings that we have made, even though we spent the highest amount of signings, it didn't really kick us onto the next gear, like I've seen from the end of the season. So, I mean, it wasn't really like convincing signings, and there's a reason why fans are really angry at that point. And yeah, it's just mad, isn't it? It's just absolutely mad. And then they showed us there's also the Saka incidents as well. Yeah, man, justice for Saka, we could say. Because obviously he missed a penalty in the Euros. Obviously my star boy actually was there, reflecting on what happened. You know, once he missed that penalty, there was a lot of racial abuse from Twitter. And Twitter is a dangerous place, man. I'm telling you, Twitter is a dangerous place. Absolute danger. It's just toxic, man. Absolute toxic, man. There's so many people out there, man. Keyboard warriors, bro. Keyboard warriors. And he basically kind of like reflected on it and how he's actually gonna start that season, actually. And to be honest with you, he was one of our best players last season as well. So I'm really happy that, you know, with my reaction towards that, he basically backed his talk. He basically performed on the pitch. As much as he got burnt out, he's still a young boy, but he did his thing. Absolutely did his thing, man. I'm happy for him. And the way he kind of got back is actually made him a bit more stronger as a man, you know. You know, these things happen in your careers, man. Tough moments actually happen, and it's also how you actually react to it as well. So hats off, props up to him, man. My guy, star boy. Also in relating to the actual Twitter abuse as well, general, like in terms of, yeah, I can go to Aaron Ramsdale. There's a thing where how Aaron basically signed up from the club. Imagine if it's actually if this documentary actually shown while we're actually like basically exploring the season as it goes. I would have been abusing him, like literally, I would have been abusing him. But a year later, after seeing Ramsdale perform and knowing how good of a keeper he is for us, I mean, to be fair, I take that back because he had tons of abuse, bruv. Tons of abuse. I was like, yo, at that time, I didn't really accept that signing, actually. Back-to-back relegations from Sheffield United and Bournemouth. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here, bruv? Like, yo, to replace Leno, man, you smoking high budge, fam. And these goalkeepers kind of like took it wrong as well. Like, it's just mad. And yeah, I mean, I was proved wrong. I mean, it's really cute to see the whole family there supporting him as well. And also, it's basically really nice to hear from him how he takes critics as well. And he basically is improving as a keeper as well. So, you know what, Ramsdale, you have got you just got my heart as well, man. Love ya. And also there's a lot of other signings of Martin Odegaard. He had a brief cameo entrance as well, talking to Saka, welcoming to the club. He was actually playing here last season. He had a decent spell actually, and he had a decent season as well. But even though he's not one of the players that I wasn't really like. He wasn't there. Like, I didn't rate him as much, but I like him. I like him, but I don't rate you as much. You know, if you know what I mean, you're like mediocre player, but yeah, it was a decent season for me. I can't lie. Also, Tomiyasu was there, signed for the club as well, as the club were panicking for new signings, as fans like us actually put really pressure on us. Pressure. And, there's signings that needed to be done, to get into the door to revamp the team. And Tomiyasu was there just to build that squad. And it was a decent signing. But he's not a right back. He's more of a centre back. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, it was all decent, man. And I saw Brentford game as well. Look, they showed the Brentford game, showing how poor it was. How, man, you can see my reaction after the game actually on TikTok, man. Follow my TikTok as well, Jason_Bala28. Yeah, anyways, I was absolutely vexed that game. Like, I don't know what the hell they're doing, bruv. And also Chelsea game as well, when Lukaku basically just bullied us off the park. Pablo Mari, and you look at that. And look, you say this now, and you'll be like, what the flip? Lukaku, you got done by Lukaku, fam. This guy's just like a donkey, innit? But he is what he is, class guy. And then we got battered 5-0 by City as well, and things are getting trouble. And fans are still saying Arteta out, he needs to get out the door. And you know what? It's just like, boy, it was chaos at the club. Fans were disjointed, as well as the players were just like, they're not there together. It's not as a unit. And yeah, that's like basically the episode as it is. And with the Arteta going out, my stance is Arteta needs to go as well. And yeah, man, it's just like, it was been a mess. It's like a little bit of a mess. And episode 1, it was like, it's nice to see like the outdoors as well, and it's nice to see Edu as well. He was going through what needs to be cleared out as well, as the club, as the squad of the players were a little bit more disjointed. Like in terms of for example, there's 4 right backs and there's 4 right mids, and it's like, there's no imbalance of the squad, so he had to get rid of quite a few players. And fair enough, he got rid of quite a few players as well. Hats off to him. Credits where it's due. Don't clip it. I know you're gonna clip it. I know people will say like, oh, this guy never gives credit to Arsenal, but I'll give credit when it's due. But at the same time, this guy made he terminated more contracts than selling players, man. It's an absolute disgrace. But shit needs to be done. Shit needs to be clear of the door. Shit needs to go, man, at my club. So the likes of bloody Hector Bellerin, obviously Maitland now, he's my brother from another mother. He's my guy. I like him. But he had to go a little bit. There's quite a few players actually. Kolasinac had to go. There's so many like dead wood, man. I mean, to be fair, after that Man City game, we cleared that off as well, and it's really good to see. And yeah, I mean, people will say after the City game, it looked peak as well. I was watching that game at home, BT Sport live settings, 28th of August, 2021. Yeah, man, I looked at that game and we lost 5-0. We got battered, fam. I was just like, Arteta out, fam. I already want him gone anyway. I'm still want him gone. But obviously the club didn't do it. So it seemed to be a little bit more persistent. But it is what it is. But, you know, overall, I will say this episode 1, I really enjoyed it. I can't lie. Looking at my club inside out. Looking at the backroom parts as well. So obviously they're not going to show everything, each and everything, because obviously PR club, innit? They know how to do it discreetly. They're really smart in what they're doing, actually. So, and overall it was a really decent start, actually. So yeah, there's going to be more videos coming through. And you know what? I rate this episode, I would say 7 out of 10. So I want to see episode 2, which is going to be the North London Derby. And yeah, man, absolutely fantastic, man. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I hope you're doing well as well. You know what? You know what to do. Hit the like button, share button, also subscribe, my people. I love you so much, my people. Peace out. Cheese! This is your boy. I'm out, by the Bala Show. I'm out, fam.